Here are the work solutions for questions 2a, b, c, d, and 3a and b. For 2a, it says calculate the perimeter for the following shapes using the units indicated in red. So we've got to be looking at the units that are in red. So for A, it's 5 meters, 0.5 meters. So we need to convert everything to meters. We've got 160 centimeters here. To convert from centimeters to meters, we need to go from 100 centimeters to 1 meter, which means you've got to divide by 100 is what you will need to do. So dividing by 100, because there's 2 zeros, that means that you've got to move the decimal place 2 across. So if we look at the number 160, 160, the decimal place would normally be here, 1, 2. It changes it to 1.6 meters. I'm going to write 1.6 meters. And I'm going to do the same thing for this one, 320 centimeters, 320. Decimal place is normally on the end, dividing by 100, moving it twice, ends up being 3.2 meters. Don't forget my little dot. Okay, and now what I'll need to do, I'll need to see how I've got my 2 dashes and 1 dash and 3 dash. That just means that we've got to copy those measurements over. So this one would be 0.5. This one over here would be 3.2. And this one over here would be 1.6. Because I've got the 3 different numbers that are twice each, I can just add them up, one of each number, and then double it. 0.5 plus 1.6 is 2.1, plus 3.2 will be 5.3. If I double 5.3, that will get me 10.6 meters. Obviously, you can just type that all in a calculator, adding up all those numbers. When we get to B, we need kilometers. Because we've already got centimeters, we need to think how to get from centimeters to kilometers. First up, to go from centimeters to meters, I'll just fix that, centimeters to meters, we'll need to divide by 100 because there's 100 centimeters in a meter. Now to go from meters to kilometers, we will need to divide by 1,000 because there's 1,000 meters in a kilometer. So as we can see from the 100 and the 1,000, we'll actually need to divide by 100,000. And because there are 5 zeros in 100,000, that's how many times the decimal place needs to move. So when we've got the number 250,000, we need to do 5 jumps to have the decimal place in the right spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will be between the 2 and the 5, so that will actually be 2.5 kilometers. And it's going to be 2.5 kilometers there, 2.5 over here, the 3.3 is there, the 3.3 will be here. Again, you've just got to add them all up. 3.3 plus 2.5 is 5.8. And if I double that, because there's 2 of each of them, you end up getting 11.6 kilometers. Okay, now when we move over to C, we've got 400 meters. So we need to convert everything into meters. The 950 is already there, so we won't need to convert that one. There's our 950 there as well. This one will also be 400 meters. We only need to fix this bottom one. We need to go from kilometers to meters. And just like we saw earlier on, it would be to divide by 1,000 going one way, it will be multiplied by 1,000 to go the other way, going from the bigger unit kilometers to the smaller unit meters. So obviously timesing by 1,000, and because there's 3 zeros, it means we've got to move the decimal place 3 times. So we've got the number 1.31, and you jump 3 times. 1, 2, 3. You put the 0 there, it changes the number to 1,310 meters. And then if you add up all your values, your 950, 2 lots of 950, 2 lots of 400, and your 1310, put that all in your calculator, you end up getting 4,010 meters as your answer. Now for D, we've got centimeters is what we need to get. At the moment we have millimeters. Because there are 10 millimeters in 1 centimeter, we'll then need to divide by 10 to go from millimeters to centimeters. The number 10 has only got 1 0, which means the decimal place has got to move once. It would be normally after the 0. We move it across. It's between the 2 and the 0. That makes it 12. 12 centimeters. And if you've got 12 centimeters there, 12 here, 20 and 20, you add all that up and you'll get 64 centimeters. Now, question 3a and 3b. Here, you've got to calculate the circumference of the following circles. You've got 2 different formulas. You can use either of these. I guess I would probably prefer to use a diameter formula when we've already got the diameter, although I've used the radius one a lot more in my life. But anyways, diameter will go from one point of the circle to the other through the middle in a straight line. Radius will only go half the way. We have diameters, so we're going to use diameter. So for A, the circumference would equal pi times the diameter, and the diameter is 2. So your answer will be 2 pi, and it says round to 2 decimal places, 6.28 meters would be your circumference for that one. And then for the next one, 800 millimeters, we'll do the same thing again. The circumference will be pi multiplied by 800. And the answer for that one will end up being 2,513.27 millimeters. A much bigger number because we've got much smaller units, millimeters. And that's how you do the questions. Just let me know if you're unsure of anything that I've explained so far.